I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request, this time from Dan. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, randomness, whatever, feel free to send them either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. Now, today we got 976 Evil 2, the Astral Factor. Now, this is one of those ones that I don't know if you needed a sequel to 976 Evil, because I didn't know the first one was a hit. The first film was directed by Robert Englund. Yes, Freddy Krueger himself. Robert Englund directed that film, and I think it was the only film he directed. No, he might have directed one or two others, but that was a time when he was unbelievably busy, because that was around the time he was doing the Phantom of the Opera movie, on Elm Street 4 and 5, Freddy's Nightmares TV show. He was like everywhere. So it's like, yeah, he gets to direct a film. And I don't mind the first 976 Evil, because I like Stephen Jeffries' performance. Stephen Jeffries was in the original Fright Night as Evil Ed. And it was cool to see him get like a bigger role in a movie. This one, it's a sequel because it does carry over a character from the first movie. This guy named Spike, who I believe was the cousin of Stephen Jeffries' character in the first film. I believe the actor's name is Patrick O'Brien. In this film, he goes from town to town on his motorcycle, just being a drifter. He goes into this town where there just happens to be a series of murders that have taken place over a course of a couple months. And you come to find out that the murderer is this professor, this dean, this teacher, who made a deal with the devil as part of the horoscope, phone call to have this power, and by getting this power, do evil deeds. And even just to the point that he gets arrested, but he could use astral projection. His body's there, but his spirit could go out and do whatever the hell it wants to. So while Patrick O'Brien is Spike, and this other girl, very hot, beautiful girl, not really the best actress, honestly, but, beautiful lady to look at. The two of them get together in order to try to figure out what's going on, stop this guy. Really, this is one of those films that you're just waiting for the next death scene. Because I will say, the director, Jim Wynorski, which he hasn't done a lot of good films, but he's done a couple, Chopping Mall being his best film in my opinion. At the very least in this one, which feels more like a teen slasher compared to the first movie, which that was a bit more like a possession film, because it's Stephen Jeffries being slowly consumed, as he keeps calling this horoscope, which is the devil's. They turn him more and more into a monster. This is more of like a, like I said, spirit ghost movie mixed in with slasher, because the kills are very creative. At times goofy and silly, but creative. I mean, at the beginning of the film, Jim Wynorski knows what kind of film he wants you to see, where you got a co-ed lady taking a shower, titties and all, chased by the bad guy in her panties to a stage, and she gets killed because I guess on the stage there's a fake stalactite and it lands and impales her ass. Well, not literally her ass, but impales her. And like I said, you get some creative sequences. There's a moment where a character literally gets pulled into a black and white world that's a mix of It's a Wonderful Life, and they were able to get the footage of It's a Wonderful Life, and you have this character mingling with It's a Wonderful Life characters, but it's also mixed in with Night of the Living Dead. That's very creative, surprisingly creative for this kind of movie, like this direct-to-video sequel. One person gets brutally fucking put into the middle of a road and gets hit by a truck, and the fucking guy explodes like a water balloon. Like, I would say that's the goriest part of the movie. And that's what I mean. There's a bit more creativity involved. Like, there's a person whose car gets possessed, and person can't get out of it. And you get some pretty decent fender bender stunt sequences, and it crashes to a generator, explodes. That's what I mean. You're kind of waiting for each one of these death scenes or each one of these little set pieces, and there's enough of them to, I think, create at least a decent time waster. That's kind of what this is. It's a decent time waster, where I kind of marvel at, idea for a low budget direct-to-video flick. Wow, okay, that's actually kind of again goofy, but fun. Like Patrick O'Brien, as Spike, he goes to this place looking for clues, and the whole kitchen decides to go apeshit on his ass. So like the oven is spitting out fire, the fridge, the freezer opens up and shoot frozen pizzas at him. There's guns on the wall. They come alive and start shooting at him. You know, there's an animal head on the wall that starts talking shit to him. Like I said, there's enough of those scenes, like the It's a Wonderful Life, Night of the Living Dead blend scene, or recognizable people like George Buckflower. If you don't know who that is, this is a guy that's been in a lot of films. He was you see him briefly in Back to the Future as a homeless bum. And Escape from New York, when Steve Pliskett is looking for the bracelet, he thinks he found the president, but instead it's like, oh, I'm the president. I knew once I found this, I'd be president. He was also in They Live, talking to Roddy Piper and Keith David. Hey, they're running the whole show. I believe he was in Village of the Damned. Like, he showed up quite a few John Carpenter films, as well as others. He was one of the people that got killed on the boat early on in The Fog. So it was cool to see him in this. Also, Brigitte Nielsen. Yes, Brigitte Nielsen from Rocky IV, from Cobra, used to be married to Stallone, wasn't at this point in time. Apparently, I don't know if this is true, but apparently Jim Wynorski was playing pool with Brigitte Nielsen, and they made a deal. If I win, you come do a day or two of my movie for steel. If I win, I'll dress up like a maid and clean your house. Brigitte Nielsen took it, lost, did it, and she plays the owner of this bookstore that has the occult. Does fine for a bit role. I mean, I don't mind Brigitte Nielsen. I liked her in Beverly Hills Cop 2. I liked her in Cobra, in Rocky 4. I didn't And even here, she did fine. Pretty much most of it is hitting on our lead guy. And I don't know if I heard her right. It seemed like she had a euphemism for him wanting him to eat her pussy. I might have... She didn't say that, but there was some kind of euphemism. I thought that's what her intention was, but I don't know if that was the case. Because the way she said certain bits of dialogue, and then her giving her the, hey, fuck me. Never know. I mean, the film, like I said, it's not the most logical movie. It is a goofy, silly movie. I mean, it deals with an evil fucking horoscope that you call the... What was I going to say? The lead girl is not the best actress. Well, I think Patrick O'Brien does fine. Nice to see him back from the first film, and he plays that rebellious role decent enough. The lead girl, I hate to say it, it seemed like she was cast more for her looks than the acting. And I don't mean to be mean, but that's just my opinion on it. So when the scenes are stuck with her, that was the weaker points of the movie. There's some decent action bits at the end where you have trucks and Molotov cocktails and motorcycles. Nothing big or grand compared to plenty of others, but again, for this type of film, better than average. But the thing that annoyed me the most, and I gotta get into spoilers, big spoilers, is the ending to this film. Because he got this book from Brigitte Nielsen. So then he's going to have a plan where I'm going to lead him away while you go and kill the body. Because if you kill the body, then the guy will be, gone. His spirit will be dead because there's no body. So then Spike's plan is to fucking go on a motorcycle, throw a Molotov cocktail, then drive towards him, slide under, as if it's mission fucking impossible, they all blow up, then he gets up, and then he fades away. Now, I thought the whole fucking action scene was his astral projection. I thought his plan was, okay, I am going to play his game. I got this book from Brigitte Nielsen. It's about astral projection. I'm going to study it so I could be in his ball game. So I'm somewhere safe in my bed or somewhere else, but I'm astrally projecting myself to be on this motorcycle. Just like the bad guy is projecting himself driving this fucking truck, this semi. And so when he slid under, he blew up, well, he's not really dead, he's safe over here. No, apparently he did die, but then his ghost, I guess, fucking punched the real guy off the cliff. Think happily ever after, he kisses the girl, and then he fades to the sky. I went, oh, so he is dead? Again, I thought he was actually, when he faded away on the highway, I thought he was going back to his real body, and so then the next time we see him, it's his real body. Again, he played the motherfucker's game with his own rules. No. He fucking drove in, he got himself fucking killed on purpose, and then he just took his helmet off. He didn't seem shot. He seemed as if that was part of the fucking plan. He fades away, and then he got over there and punched the guy off the cliff and kissed the girl, then disappeared to the sky. But even then, his plan fucked up, because the twist ending is The cops and her father come, but they think she's the killer. Wait, you pushed this guy off the cliff? Well, yeah, Spike did it. It wasn't Spike. He's dead over here on this highway. We're going to take you in. I'm going to read you your rights. And I'm like, really? That's where we're going with this ending? Really? Hey, Spike, you want to come back? Because I'm still fucked over. I'm going to be in jail or a mental asylum. I'm like... Your plan didn't really help her out in the long run, Spike. Why do we even need that? Why do we even need that? I'm okay. So I'll say this. For being a sequel to 976 Evil, it's better than it has any right to be. Because it's a short film, nice appearances by Brigitte Nielsen, George Buck-Flower. And like I said, there's some creative moments. You know, the kitchen going ape shit. The one girl, as if it was John Ritter's film Stay Tuned, underrated film, being pulled into this TV. I guess originally that was supposed to be her being pulled into a Pac-Man video game, but they just didn't have the budget for it. So that would be it. So instead they pull her into this black and white It's a Wonderful Life, then turns to Night of the Living Dead. Getting creative stuff. And let's say there's a fender bender, which the fender bender moment where the lady ends up, her possessed car and her in it, crashed to this generator and blowing up, that's a shot that would be repeated in a lot of other Jim Wynorski films, so I don't know if that's from this film where it started, then he took it for other movies, or if that scene is from another film previously. I think it started here, and then he would steal that shot for other movies later on. I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong. I just assume it's this because there were other set pieces that, man, looked like it had at least a decent amount of budget behind it. Like in the finale where you have a real semi, real motorcycle, real explosion, Molotov cocktail. Well, okay, there's some money behind this. Who the hell gave the money to 976 Evil 2? The Astral Factor. So yeah, I wish the ending was truncated, where it didn't need that bit. And I wish the lead was a better actress. Like, if the lead was like an Amy Steele or like someone stronger. Just really at the end of the day, she didn't really do much to feel like a strong character. Because she doesn't kill the spoilers again. She doesn't kill the real body. She does, and Spike has to come in, his dead self, to punch the guy off the cliff. So it's not really a strong female character. Which, you know, a lot of slasher films, quite the opposite. But okay, you know, she needs help, but she does... I can't really remember her doing anything badass or anything truly worth a shit. So maybe that's not... Maybe that's why this isn't a rant, because Spike I liked more as a character, and for him, he defeated the bad guy. That guy's not going to kill anyone anymore. And he went off to heaven or wherever the fuck he went to. So for him, it ended perfectly. The girl I don't really care about and didn't really do much of shit. Okay, sigh of fucking hour, lady. So maybe that's why I didn't get that mad at the ending. But I'm just annoyed than upset. But yeah, that's 976 Evil 2. It's a... Yeah. It has a really lazy cover. If I'm going to try to put that... That's a lazy fucking cover, if I remember to put the shit there. It's like a woman in witness protection program. Or Taxi Cab Confessions with a shitty camera. What the fuck cover is that? I'm surprised anyone would rent the fucking videotape with that cover. What do I know? Yeah, would not think you would make a fucking sequel to 976 Evil in the first place, but they did. But like I said, at least there's effort in the set pieces. There's effort involved. And you know what? That's better than what a lot of fucking films have done and sadly will do in the future. So it gets, you know, bonus points, brownie points for that. Despite the fact that the lead girls, And they start out with nudity, but they don't really follow through with the nudity for the rest of the film. Hey, what can you do? So with that said, thanks for watching. Take care. It's a bit of a fun film. Bit of a fun, like a, I don't know, like a maybe 2.5, 3 out of 5 star film. Somewhere around there. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.